So recently, Robes08 said that this fragrance reminded him of Ambre Narguile from the House of Hermes, but for about half the price. Was he right? Stay tuned to find out. Yeah, so today's video is going to be another unboxing, first impressions, and update video. This time it comes from the House of Boucheron. We have Ambre d'Alexandrie. So Ambre d'Alexandrie from the House of Boucheron is a unisex Oriental fragrance released in 2017. The nose behind this fragrance is Jean-Christophe Hérault and is an eau de parfum concentration. Alright guys, let's check out this presentation. So I did mention that I was going to do tester bottles on the first 15, but I did hear this fragrance was very similar to Ambre Narguile, which is a very expensive fragrance. So I want to do a full review with the update on this fragrance because if it's really good and is better or just as good as Ambre Narguile, I think it's half the price. I think it's worth giving the full review for this one to help you guys out there. But saying that, here is the tester box. Nothing much going on with this box here. Very plain, just cardboard box here. Just has the size and the name of the fragrance. Where the money is the bottle here. It does have a nice white label with gold lettering. Nice heavy label on the bottle here. I believe that's just glued on, but it's nice and heavy. Step Up Gold Atomizer. I believe it says Boucheron going around the collar here. Nice gold atomizer. White cap here. It does say Boucheron on top there. It's white, almost like it has like a rubber, a smooth rubber finish on here. Gold underneath. Very heavy, sturdy bottle, but nonetheless very nice bottle from the House of Boucheron. All right, so here are the notes for Ambre d'Alexandrie. In the top, we have vanilla, tobacco, and benzoin. In the mid, we have amber and labdanum. And in the base, we round things off with ambergris and musk. So Robes08 did talk this one up quite a bit and said it did remind him of Ambre Narguile from the House of Hermes. And that is a very expensive fragrance. It holds its value very well. I had to go on the website to find the price of that fragrance because I couldn't find it anywhere online that was cheaper. For a 100 ml bottle of Ambre Narguile, it is $272. That's before tax. And I did find it online on eBay, but it was more than that. It was like over $300. And those who know Ambre Narguile know that Oajan from the House of Parfums de Marly is very similar to that one as well. You can find that one on FragranceNet for about $207. If you shop around, you can probably find it for a little bit less, but that's around the price for that one. This one, full presentation on FragranceNet was $102.69. That's before tax. And I believe you get free shipping on that. But that's half the price of the Ambre Narguile, and I believe half the price of the Oajan as well. So if this fragrance is anything like that, it's going to be a steal. I found this tester bottle for $85. Again, that is a steal as well. That's the only reason why I really pulled the trigger, because honestly, I'm happy with Oajan. I don't own Ambre Narguile, but I have smelled it before. But I was happy with Oajan, so I was like, okay, that checks off that type of fragrance. But when I heard there was tobacco in this fragrance, that was really the game changer for me. I love tobacco in fragrances. I don't know how much it's going to change the composition, because Robes was pretty adamant. He was pretty adamant that it was pretty similar to Ambre Narguile. But I'm like, okay, if you throw tobacco in the mix, what's it going to do to it? Is it going to make it more mature? Is it going to give it a sweet tobacco, pipe tobacco type of feel? Is it going to improve an already good DNA that we're familiar with, that we all know and love? Is it going to make it better? Is it going to make it worse? Not really sure. Don't know a lot about Boucheron. I want to say I tried Jaipur a long time ago. I believe that's just like a soft vanilla powdery fragrance. I tried that one a long time ago. But other than that, I don't have that much experience with this house. They do have a few others in this line. This is, I believe, their niche line, their private line, or whatever you want to call it. Already impressed with the presentation. Mark made this fragrance sound really good, so I was looking forward to trying this fragrance quite a bit. It's been sitting on my shelf for about a week now. I'm just couldn't wait to open this one up and finally get the opportunity. So let's give this fragrance a first impression. Here we go. Clean hand, a couple sprays. I feel like it's gonna be a good sprayer. We'll see. Oh yeah, a lot of juice here. Oh yeah. Definitely getting that Ambre Narguile Oajan vibe. It's nice and sweet. Not really getting so much of the tobacco just yet. I'm getting a lot of that apple pie vibe that you get from Oajan or you get from Ambre Narguile. I'm definitely getting the vanilla and the benzoin right on top there. This one's a lot sweeter than those from what I remember. I believe the Oajan is a lot, I don't know what the word is. It's got a lot more like honey in it. It's a little thicker. It smells a lot more like natural honey, if I'm remembering correctly. This one is sweetened with the vanilla and the benzoin. It's a little smoky, but it still has that same Ambre Narguile Oajan apple pie feel. Even though there's no fruit in this, you still get that apple pie, cinnamon type of apple pie feel, which I really like. Again, I can't really get the tobacco quite a bit in this one. Not yet anyway. I'll probably get it whenever I try fragrances with tobacco in it. The good ones anyway, I always get it in the sillage, like in the air. And it smells really, really nice. I'm hoping that it gives this one that pipe tobacco feel, and I'm starting to think with some of that sweetness that I'm going to get that. But yeah, this definitely isn't exact. I believe the Oajan's way thicker and heavier. This one is a little bit lighter, but I can tell it still has great quality. Although it is fading somewhat fast. It is an EDP. I'm assuming it's going to have a really decent performance. But compared to those, I want to say this one is fading pretty quick. But definitely still there. Definitely impressed with this one. Again, there's not going to be too much I can say about this fragrance because if you're familiar with Oajan or Ambre Narguile, you're going to know what this is about. The best way people really describe that fragrance is, like I said before, the apple pie, sort of sweet, spicy, sort of resinous. This one's not animalic or anything like that, but definitely understand why Robe said that this reminded him of that composition, that DNA, because I'm definitely getting it, so that's a good thing. Now, where I'm going to be curious, and again, the reason why I did want to do a full review on this one is going to be, I had to give this one a full review because I can't just go off a first impression. I'm not really leaving you guys with much if I'm just telling you it smells like Oajan or if it smells like Ambre Narguile. It's really going to be in the update. That's where I got, have to wear this one a few times and see what it's really about. Right now, I'm very impressed with it, but everyone's impressed with the DNA for Ambre Narguile. And yes, guys, I know I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. I live in Texas. I speak English. I don't speak French. So you guys are always giving me a hard time in the comments about it. I'm sorry. I can't help you. You know what they're called. You can be happy with how they're pronounced. But if you pronounce them correctly, good for you. But I don't. But yeah, the vanilla is really shining in this fragrance. I'm getting a lot of sweetness in this one. Definitely a boozy vanilla. But the amber in this is very sweet as well. It's not a super dusty, resinous, animalic amber, dry or anything like that. Just very sweet. Little powdery right now. Little spicy. But it's nice. Starting to get a little bit of that warm spicy that amber brings to the table. Starting to get a little bit of that, which I don't recall that too much from Oajan or Ambre Narguile. It's been quite a while since I've tried the Ambre Narguile on skin, though. But I will say, if you get that DNA and you just add a lot of vanilla and benzoin, you're going to get the Ambre d'Alexandrie, which is nice. Now, again, like I said, we're going to have to see what this one shapes up to be. Wear it a few times, see how it performs, see how it jumps, how it performs off my skin, see what the sillage is like, just the whole nine, guys. But so far, liking this fragrance, and for $85 for a tester bottle, that is a steal. If this one, has good performance, or at least the same kind of performance as those two fragrances, this is going to be a steal, guys. And I probably will recommend you trying this fragrance for that price. I mean, even the full presentation's $102. That's still a steal. That's still half the price of Ambre Narguile and Oajan. So, if you guys like that DNA but you can't afford it, here's one that you might want to try. But I'll let you guys know here in a little bit. I'm wearing this fragrance for the next couple of days. Give you guys an update shortly. Talk to you then. All right, guys, well, I'm back with my update for Ambre d'Alexandrie from the house of Boucheron. Yeah, so it's been the last few days with this fragrance, and I gotta say, I do really like this fragrance. Going back to the first half of the video, guys, I really did compare this one to a couple of other fragrances. So if you're a fan of those fragrances, you're gonna like this one. If you own those fragrances, not sure if you're gonna want to own this one, because if you like those a lot, you're probably not gonna want to get your hands on this one. Just save the money and keep those. I will say, I did throw a third fragrance in the mix. After wearing this one a few times, I really did start getting that tobacco. And after a while, I did really think that this one, to me, to my nose, it's either Ambre Narguile or Oajan mixed with red tobacco from the house of Mancera. And that is the kind of tobacco note that I get in this. Very dry, very dusty, very tobacco-y, very masculine. I think this is a unisex fragrance. To my nose, it leans way more masculine with that tobacco note in it, so it's up to you guys to decide on that one. But to my nose, it's definitely more masculine. But yeah, I mean, I was very, very pleasantly surprised whenever I started getting the red tobacco note there, that, you know, Mancera red tobacco sort of DNA. After a little while, because, you know, like I said, it started off with that really nice apple pie, Oajan, Ambre Narguile DNA, which is really nice, and then it goes into that Mancera red tobacco dry dustiness that I really, really enjoy about that fragrance. This one also a little game changer with this fragrance. They added vanilla to this fragrance. It's like a bourbon vanilla. It's very boozy. I believe this one has benzoins. I believe the vanilla and the benzoin combined gives it a bit of a boozy vanilla take, very sweet. Almost like Spiritus Double Vanille, that kind of boozy vanilla note in this fragrance. Guys, I was really impressed with this fragrance, and I'm really glad I got a chance to try it. Longevity for this fragrance was average, but that's not a bad thing. It is an eau de parfum concentration, and with most eau de parfums of this type of fragrance, I do get 8 hours with these types of heavier fragrances. So I did get 8 hours of this fragrance consistently. Projection for this fragrance, well, if you compare the projection of this fragrance to the ones that I mentioned that it reminded me of, this one definitely isn't going to be as strong as Mancera's red tobacco. Probably going to be closer to along the lines of like the Oajan or the Ambre Narguile. This one isn't going to be a beast by any means. I did get the best projection in the first couple of hours, and I did get wafts throughout the day. Again, it's not beast mode, but it definitely gets the job done. Seasons for this fragrance, well, if you guys haven't guessed already, it is going to be the cooler and colder months of the year. So fall and winter and early spring, depending on how cool the spring is in your side of the world. But yeah, definitely reserve this fragrance for the cooler nights of the year. Occasions for this fragrance, well, again, if you guys haven't guessed already, this fragrance is going to be best for evening occasions. So any kind of formal events, dinners, date nights. It's a very sexy fragrance. It's warm, spicy, and sweet. Perfect for dates. This one is going to be a little bit too strong for work. I think you can probably get away with it at work. Just go easy on the trigger. Also, this fragrance is sweet enough and probably strong enough for a club, although I don't think this is a club scent. I think you can definitely pull this one off in the club. Ages for this fragrance, let's say, are 25 and up. I do think that the 25 and up crowd can easily pull off that tobacco note. It's very masculine. It's very bold. So I definitely think you guys will be mature enough to pull that off at 25. I also think it's inexpensive enough if you can find a tester bottle. I got this tester bottle for, I think it was like $85. I think I might have gotten the last one because I went back to check and they were all sold out. But you know, even the full presentation bottles on FragranceNet, I believe, were $102.69. That's before shipping. But that's still pretty affordable when you're talking about a niche fragrance that smells just as good, if not better, than the ones I compared it to. And those are very, very expensive. Like I mentioned in the first half of the video, Ambre Narguile sells for $272. Oajan sells for $207, although you can probably find those a little bit cheaper here and there. Those were the best prices I could find personally. Full presentation for this bottle, $102.69 is what I found online. So I definitely think the younger guys can afford this. Since it's 25 and up, you can pull it off. You can easily afford this fragrance. So overall, I do really like this fragrance. If you guys couldn't tell from the first part of this segment of the video, I did really like this fragrance. I was happy that it reminded me of 3 of my favorite fragrances, if not 4. Throwing in the Spiritus Double Vanille with a vanilla note, the red tobacco, and Ambre Narguile and or Oajan. But that DNA is amazing, guys. So if you guys have tried Ambre Narguile or Oajan, you're going to like this fragrance. If you like red tobacco but maybe thought it was too in your face, this one is a better version of red tobacco because it has that same dusty, masculine tobacco note that we've come to love in that one, but it's just not so strong. Red tobacco is just in your face. It's beast, and the bottle will last you the rest of your life. This one is the best of both worlds. Also, it has that boozy vanilla note that I really, really like in this fragrance, guys. So this is a combination of a lot of good fragrances, just to my nose, just some different parts of other fragrances that come together to form Ambre d'Alexandrie. And I really, really like this fragrance, guys. I recommend you guys can at least try this one. If you can find the tester bottle for $85, I think you guys will be very pleased with this fragrance. Even the $102.69, if you guys can find it for that price, no more than that though, guys. I mean, I can't recommend, paying more for this fragrance. I feel bad already if you guys went out and bought it and hated it. But I do really, really like this fragrance. If you like those fragrances and you maybe sold them because they're just too much, or maybe you had to buy some other stuff or just had to get rid of them, you're going to get those fragrances in this fragrance. I think this is a great hybrid, if you will, of those fragrances all in one bottle. I love the presentation. Yeah, I didn't get the box this time. I just have a tester box. But, at the end of the day, I'd rather save money and just get a tester box. But guys, this is a good fragrance. I'm not gonna lie, I do really like this. I'm glad I found it. Thanks again for Robes08 Mark for doing a video on this one, and for recommending us to really check this one out, because I do think this is a hidden gem. Again, if you guys aren't fans of that fragrance, don't even bother with this one. I'm just glad I got a chance to try this one. I'm glad that it worked out, because I'm always about saving money. It's dollars and cents. This isn't a cheap but good fragrance, but this is a cheaper alternative to those fragrances. So, if you like the fragrances that I mentioned, you're gonna love this fragrance. All right, guys, so now it's your turn. Has anyone out there tried Ambre d'Alexandrie from the House of Boucheron? If you have, let me know your thoughts on this fragrance down in the comments below. All right, thank you guys so much for watching the video on my channel. If you like this video, please click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impression videos and fragrance-related content just like this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find fragrance-related photos and future contest winners. And as always, until next video, you guys take care. Thanks.